can we sit right here and just talk about like, yo, like the biggest conversation that we had was like, you know, her birthday is coming up in like 21 more days. Yeah, 21 more days. Her birthday is coming up, November the 28th. And so she was like, well, you know, and you know how, if anybody who knows my wife, she's always trying to figure out what's going on for her birthday. And so it was at the point for where she was like, well, I don't think I don't even ask you on what's going on for my birthday because I know you're not going to tell me. I said, true, you know I'm not. So don't even ask, don't waste your time, don't waste your breath asking me on what's going on for your birthday. But then that same token, it was a time for us to be able to change up some things from where we wasn't sitting here and worrying about, you know, 50 million things going on, right? We wasn't sitting right here worrying. It was a point for where we had to be able to sit down, change how the way we do things, and actually enjoy our afternoon. From where it's been times from where I talk with my niece, from where my niece like we'll call, it be sometimes from where like when we chat, we're talking about business, and then all of a sudden like we go from business, then we go to like family, we go to family stuff, and still when we talk about like family stuff, pretty much we're cracking jokes and stuff on our family. We do it every time. I mean, it's never like a dull moment with me and my niece whenever we can just sit there, laugh, chill, and talk, and, you know, and just have fun and talk it out. But then that same token, like, we had to learn, say, yo, like, we had to, like, and then she was like, yo, hey, you know, it's like, it's a lot of things that I got to change up on some things. And I said, yep, me too. We got to make these changes. And then, so, you know, sometimes from where that you making these changes, like, it's almost like you getting ready for a shift. And so, you know, for all my straight drive people and everything, you know, you in gear one, and all of a sudden you making it down the road and everything, and guess what you got to do? You got to shift it to another gear. So, like, right now, for me to make these changes and everything, pretty much I'm making a shift to another gear for where I say, okay, I've been stuck in first gear this whole time. Let me shift to the next gear. Let me get to that next spot right here. Let me go ahead and make these changes let me take out this old right here and shift to a new thing for whenever it's going to be better for me. Because are you going to allow yourself to be stuck in first gear all your life? You got to go to the next gear. Because you sit in first gear all your life, man, you're going to mess up the engine, you're going to mess up your transmission and everything. So you got to make changes. You got to make the changes. You got to make your changes to get to the next new. So when you make that change, man, you're in a new gear. So then whenever that you finish in that gear, then guess what? It's going to be some more new that you got to put in. So then guess what? You got to go to another gear. And then you got to shift to another one. And then shift to another gear. And then shift to another gear. We can't be stuck in first gear all our lives. Wait a minute, I gotta read this right here. It sounds like y'all let your mind respect your thought. Yes, we did. I had to rest my mind. Look, I really had to rest my mind. Because I was at a point for a time from where I kept going, and then I never took the time to stop. And my wife was listening to an old live that was like a year ago. I don't even think she put it up in memories yet, but she did. I sent the link for where you can listen to it. And from where we was doing Let's Talk with Team Tisdale, and then, you know, / Motivated to the Max while I was in the hospital. And so, you know, I was listening to the live, and everything. And the live was at a point from where, you know, I was in therapy. And, you know, I was talking about everything for why I was going, you know, for why I'm been through in the hospital and everything like that. And then it was at a point in time from where God was dealing with me in the hospital. Just like how the way that the word was brought to us on Sunday, like, yo, I need you to take this rest. I need for you to get to the point where I can deal with you for the purpose of what I have for you to do. Because you can't run yourself down. Keep going and going and going. Then you won't be able to catch everything for what I need for you to get. So then when Pastor Omar from Maximize the Life, he brought the word from what he brought. If y'all want to know what it was, look, go check out Maximize the Life Family Worship Center, home of the Mass Life Church on Facebook. Hey, check it out. Tell them that your boy Daryl from Motivated to the Max sent you, and then listen to the message. Because I know most of us needed to hear from it's at a point for where you need to rest, slow down, and be able just to sit there and take it all in. And for when I was listening to the live, when I was listening to yesterday's word, and then I was listening to the live I did that I did last year and everything. I said, you know what? I said, this is so funny from where he was talking about resting, and I was talking about while I was in the hospital, but God had to slow me down and say, look, I needed to slow you down just for you to get the things for what I need for you to get. And I was like, whoa, like, oh snap. And it makes it so funny from where God literally had to bring up from what he said in the word, and then Latasha found the live of what we talked about in the live a year ago and everything. I said, you know what? I said, Tasha, to make it so funny for where we had to be at the point for where we really had to take this rest. And when I said, man, if y'all know my wife is like the rip and run, go everywhere, go do what she need. She's trying to do every 50 million things all in one day. It was one time for where it was actually cool to see my wife rest. You know what I'm saying? We ran our little errands. I wouldn't even say it was errands. It was just your normal thing from where I know for me, I don't want to go out later on that evening and go handle that. I want to make sure once I'm in, it's done. I'm not going back out for the day. I'm going to chill. But where it got to the point for where my wife came in, when I said she took out some old and she put on some new on her, she came in. We make sure our food and dinner stuff was straight and everything like that. We came in and she actually rest. She got some rest. And when I was talking about my wife was fresh as a daisy this morning, you couldn't tell my wife nothing. She was at a point for where she was like, hey, I'm up. I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to go ahead and she was and she was coming in she was actually she was excited about going to work. She was like, you know what? Today is a new day. I got to be right. I'm ready to go ahead and do this thing right here. I'm ready to go spend time with my kids. I'm ready to do this right here. I'm ready to start this new day off. I got some rest to start this new off. And I was like, yo. And then, I was the same way. I'm the early bird in the household and everything because I'm always up there on 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. But then from where it was at a point for where whenever God had me up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, it did not bother me that I was up so early. And then I'd be like, man, I'm dragging, I'm tired and everything like that. I am fresh and let's roll. Let's go and do this. Slow us down so we can get the rest and then make the decision to get out the spot and see the space God has for you. Amen. Man, how the way Pastor brought that out right there, I was like, yo. And I was in here looking today. I said, yo, I have all this space in here. And where I'm at right now, I got all this space right here. But I know sooner or later, God's gonna have to put me in new spaces, bigger space. From where, if I want to come here and start some things off on that new, I'm gonna need some more space. But then at the same time, I gotta let some things. I gotta let some things develop. God brought it on me, then I had to let some things develop. So whenever that he said it, I started laughing, I started smiling because boom, I'm doing Motivated to the Max here on Facebook Live, but then guess what? God gave that to me from where I was able to develop this thing, and now it's on a podcast. Man, sooner or later, I'm going to develop this thing from a podcast. I'm trying to get a whole radio station. I ain't going to front. I put it out there. I want to get a whole radio station. From when I can, I can have great inspiring music and everything, and have people come on speaking and giving encouraging words and everything, and be able to motivate everybody across the nation, across the world. Yes, I'm going for that new. But I had to take out some old and put in some new stuff from when I can be able to do the new. Look, we had to watch that message. Look, we had to listen to that message again, and I know my wife listened to it on her way to work. But then I said to be like, yo, I gotta take out some old things. I gotta take out old things and put in this new stuff from where I can be able to do the things of what God called for me to do. Cause just I had to learn how to stop. I had to learn how to be consistent on doing things. From where I would get a jump start and I'd be like, oh, I'm on it, I'm running it and everything like that. And then while I done hit a wall and everything, then I want to stop and then my consistency stopped. From where now, just like I had an issue come up Friday. On Friday. And so then I was at a point where, you know what, since this issue don't come here, I can't do this right here. You know, I ain't going to be able to do this right here like this of bumper. I'm just going to scratch the whole thing and then I'm just not going to do it. But then I was like, no, I can't do that. So I need to do what I need to do right here and then go ahead and try to build this stuff right here and do this right here. And then so then we'll come today. Then I'll be able to make sure that everything is good. Everything's not, it ain't going to be no malfunctions or anything like that. So I can be able to proceed. So I'm at a point right now, so it's like whenever that when the wall drops right there in front of me, am I just gonna sit right there and run into the wall, or I'm gonna go through the wall? Am I gonna go through the wall, or I'm gonna climb over the wall, or I'm just gonna, you know what? You're just like a small wall right here, because pretty much you don't have all the four corners in this wall right here. So I have to learn, say, you know what? Let me go right here, and I can cut through here right here, and then go right back around. Bam, guess what? That wall's behind me now. I had to get to that point where I say, you know what? I can't let nothing stop me. And that's like one of the things where I had to look. That's one of the things I had to take out that was old from where when obstacles and circumstances always come up, I would be at the point where say, you know what? I quit. It wasn't meant for me to do this. You know what? I'm just gonna stop and then and just toss it up and say, and then throwing the white flag and say, you know what, okay, I quit, I'm throwing it in and everything like that. No, I had to learn to say, you know what, I'm holding on to this flag, and right now it's not going to be a white flag, it's going to be my flag of victory from when I'm going to overcome this circumstance and these challenges and issues that come up from where I have to keep on going. I have to keep on going. I said, I got to keep on going. I can't just stop. I gotta keep going. And for where it was like, yo, I said, like, I did one thing right here. And so I was telling my wife, I said, yo, you know what? Okay, cool. Like I was in the collaboration for Build It Again with Fiery Beacon. So I did this collaboration right there. And you know what? For me to be able to do that collaboration, it knocked off a lot of fears that I had. It knocked off a lot of fears. Okay, cool. I don't use the best English. But do you know what? Sometimes for me not using the best English, that might be helpful for somebody who might be feeling like, well, look, I don't do public speaking very well. I don't want to go out there and mess up and jack up anything or what like that. So then shoot, hey, my English ain't that great either, but you know what? I can't let that stop me for the things of what God had told me to do. I can't let it stop me. So then guess what I need to do? Yo, I need to go, look, I need to find me like an English book and then, I read up on my English. And it's been several times from where my wife had to come in and say, well, babe, hey, you need to change this right here. Hey, babe, you need to change this right here. And then you need to go from there. Even from where I was, from where I was writing and everything like that, that one of my main concerns was like, yo, I'm not good with English. I don't do this right here, and I don't do this thing right here. So I was saying, God, how in the world am I supposed to do this? And then, I know my English is not that great. I know I don't use the proper grammar and everything like that. God, how can I overcome this? And so God, I was trying to type on my computer and everything, and then all of a sudden I saw a little function thing. We had a little microphone right there. So I was like, man, what is this? So then I clicked on it, and it was like speech to text. So then I was like, oh snap! I said, well, I'm about to use this. So I click on it, and then I just started talking. I was like getting out what was in my, I was getting out the words and stuff. I was just talking. Some people probably would think I was crazy how the way I was talking to my computer, and it was like, man, this dude crazy. He talking to his computer like that. And no, like I'm speaking to my computer so my computer can type in what I'm saying to get my words out so that I can see it on screen. And so then, thank God, Thank God for whoever gave that person who came up with spell check and grammar check and everything. So then I was able by the click of a button. So okay, look, I need the spelling to be changed right here. I need this for this thing to check the grammar and everything like that. And then boom, I'll be able to send it. So then guess what? God has shown me a way to overcome the circumstance, overcome the obstacle. He said, look, even